mental health, because you obviously have been very open about your mental health and struggling with anxiety and panic attacks. And is this something that developed for you later in life, or did you struggle with that when you were younger?
It definitely developed later in life. Yeah. It started when I was like 18.
Okay.
I had just signed my first publishing deal. And I think that I had always written songs because I just loved writing songs.
Yeah.
I started writing songs really young. Before I even knew what it was. I didn't even know. I would just hum things, or I'd write things down, or I would write poetry, and then I would turn them into songs. I didn't even know that was a job.
Yeah.
And I think when I turned 18 and I signed that deal, it became very real that I now had this pressure to perform.
Yeah.
And I think that just ate me up. And I didn't have a manager at the time. I had just a publisher that was like working me dry.
Yeah.
I would be in like 3 sessions a day and just be exhausted and like running off of like coffee and barely any food. Yeah. And one day I just had like one of the scariest like panic attack like that I've ever had. I was in one of my friend's kitchens. We were writing songs and I just felt my heart go crazy.
Yeah.
And I just like dropped to the floor, just couldn't catch my breath.
Wow. Didn't
know what it was. I thought I was dying.
Yeah.
And then went through like a series of tests to make sure I wasn't dying. And they're like, yeah, no, you have anxiety.
Yeah.
And I was kind of introduced to anxiety because my sister had it.
Okay.
But I was always like, you're fine. Everything's fine. Like I was like 9, when my sister was 12 or 13 when she had it. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong. Everything's okay. And then, you go through it yourself and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that I dismissed your feelings. Like I had no idea that this was what you were going through. This is horrible.
Yeah.
And I had like people in my family when I started having anxiety dismissing my feelings and to just know how it all felt in that moment. But yeah, it started really late in life. And then it was really bad. My anxiety turned to panic attacks when I was like 21, because 21 was when I started having like real success as a songwriter.
Yeah.
I think like Good For You by Selena had come out and gone #1. And then Sorry for Justin had gone #1. And then Hands to Myself had gone #1. And it was like almost back to back to back. And then I had this fear that I was going to walk into a room and people were going to like expect me to like shit gold.
Yeah.
And I was terrified. I would have panic attacks in the rooms all the time. And it got to a point where I was like, this just can't be like my life. I can't be having all of these like amazing things that are happening right now.
Yeah.
And feel this way. And I still have this weird relationship with success.
Yeah.
I still like when good things are happening, I still get those like kind of PTSD, like anxiety responses from it. And that's something I've really been trying to work on in therapy as a 31-year-old woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, it started later in life for me.
Yeah. When did you decide to like publicly share about it?
I had that success when I was 21, and when I was 23, I signed a record deal with Republic Records, and I put out a song called Issues, which was obviously like a very vulnerable song.
Yeah. And
I think because it was a very vulnerable song, it kind of was my like identifier.
Yeah.
And then I think there was kind of like an expectation that I was going to speak about things that I was going through. And I'm an open book. Like I have no problem talking about these things. If it helps somebody in Nebraska that's watching, then amazing. But yeah, I think, I was pretty open about it right away because I was actively living in it. I had to start performing. I had never really performed before. I learned how to sing on the mic in the dark in a booth where I could re-sing it 80 times and no one was going to judge me.
Yeah.
And, you know, being in front of people that you don't know and how raw and vulnerable and scary that is.
Yeah.
I was petrified, like, everywhere I went. I think there was like an entire year where I just had nothing but anxiety. I even tried to like run away from a few events because I was just like crippled with anxiety. It was awful.
Yeah, that is, I relate to a level on that because it's the worst. And it's also, I feel like you almost can't like validate yourself. Like I've been in a season right now where I've been having a bit more panic attacks.
Same.
I worked as a COVID nurse in 2020.
Wow.
And then
well, thank you for all your help.
Thank you. But I obviously like developed PTSD and a lot of stuff from that. And that was when a lot of my stuff was going on. And now I'm like removed from it. But at the same time, I'm like, I've had like 3 panic attacks this month. Like I'm like, I thought I was past this. And I'm like, I'm kind of like, at times I feel like I'm like getting discouraged, but I'm like, no, actually, like it's maybe just a reminder for me that I need to like check in. Like, even just when's the last time you had a glass of water? When's the last time like your skin saw the sun? Like that kind of a thing. But
no, I get it. I literally woke up this morning, like I couldn't sleep. I woke up feeling like so dizzy and my nose was bleeding. And I was like, cool, like, sure. Like that's how we're going to start our day. Let's go. Yeah. And I'm going through so many like beautiful things right now, but also going through like a couple tough things. And I was talking to my therapist about it and I was like, my anxiety is so bad right now because I am so sensitive. Yeah. Like, and I'm such a like routine kind of a person and I keep the same people around me. And so when like the synergy of that gets like knocked off, even just a little bit, my whole body just feels it. And I'm like so stressed and it takes me forever to get back onto. And my therapist is like, I would be really surprised right now if you weren't anxious with like everything that you're going through. And she's like, honestly, I think that you need to just have anxiety right now. Yeah. And that's okay. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess so. Like it kind of sucks that it's happening, but like this too shall pass. Yeah. You know, it's not going to be here forever. Yeah. And I have to remember. And my anxiety comes in waves. Like sometimes it will be so bad. Yeah. And then I'll have like a month where I have none of it. Like, and I'm like, wow. Yeah. Like I'm thriving. Yeah. And then she'll just come up. Yeah. And I'm like, cool. Like, how long are you staying here? Like, I'm going to charge you rent now. Like this is literally, like, this is crazy.
Yeah. I feel like that's like, I get frustrated when I start to struggle again. But at the same time, I'm like, no, like I'm not going to let this have power over me. Period. Even though it definitely has power sometimes, but I know that there will be like another side to it.